Welcome back, everybody. My name is Sal, and today we're continuing our malware analysis script. Before we do anything else, let's go ahead and make a backup of the script, just in case we screwed up the code. Let's just name it script.back, and let's open up Notepad QQ because it's going to be easier to do our things here. Let's go ahead and find the script. So what happened? This line right here, this variable target sub dir is very specific, very clear to understand, but not dir and target dir. I don't think I made myself very clear about it. So I just decided maybe target, since it's our file that we're trying to scan, let's call it target file. That's the file that we're trying to bring into the script so it will scan. And our dir, it's our main directory. So how about if we just name it main dir? So we have target file, main dir, subdirectory, and now we got to change it across the script. That's why Notepad QQ is easier for this. So we're going to say with our curly brackets, we're going to say target. We just move that out of the way to our new name underscore file. Replace everything. And our new one is going to be dir. A new one, it's going to be, the new name is going to be main dir. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right. Close this, Control S to save, close this, and let's test this, make sure that everything works. And by the way, I'm going to be skipping the process, so the video is going to be shorter. So pause it if you need to. All right, so that completed and it worked, no errors found. And now we are going to start doing new changes. Let's go ahead and go into Nano. And here above declaring variables, let's go ahead and enter the following information. We are going to ensure a file name was entered. So how do we do that? We do if square brackets Z. And notice that if it's all together, the switch is disabled, but now it's enabled. Helps you write neater, I guess. The file position, if the file name for that file that we're trying to bring in, then echo the following to the user. Usage. Let's go ahead and say test sh file name and then a new line. And once we have the script completed, you can call it whatever you want. So for now, we're just going to leave it like that. Exit 1, which is like a valid exit point, didn't happen due to an error. And then we do if backwards, which is phi. We Control S to save, Control X to exit, and now we're going to test this without entering the malware, and it prompts the user, this is how you're supposed to use this script. All right, let's go back into here, and below this we're going to do another one. Ensure target is a file, not a folder, directory. I mean folders in Windows. So we write basically almost the same thing, except the switch, it's going to be an F. All right, and it should be here. If not a file, meaning the file that we are targeting to scan, then echo the following. Let's do the negative in a box. The file, whatever the file is not a file. New line, happy exit, not due to an error, and we finish, we terminate it. All right, let's go ahead and test that. So first it was test, oh yeah, you forgot, please enter a file name. Okay, so let's do the same thing, and I'm just gonna hit whatever keys. This file doesn't exist in the system. Oh, hey, this is not a file. Okay. We can also say, this is not a file. Please enter a valid file. I guess we can say that. This is not a file. Please enter a valid file. Oh, there we go. Okay, next thing we're going to do is ask the user to if they want to delete the folder, the previous export folder that we have, just in case there's some old data there. So let's go ahead and do that. We are going to add that after here. We can also move these guys below, just make it into a portion of the script that is, you know, we can just write here, please do not alter. Okay. Let's just leave it like that. So here we're going to say, ask to delete the previously created export directory. So while true, do the following. Let's do read this and print whatever's in here. Do you want to delete the previously created export directory? Question mark, space, yes or no. Put a space here, and then our only valid input, yes or no. Here we're going to say case in this variable that we never had declared before because it's just specific to this portion. Now our valid answers, uppercase, lowercase, yes. Separate that with our remove the folder, which is going to be our main dir, and then break with a stop. And then same with our no answer. This one is completely break away and continue. ESAC, which is case backwards, and then a done. Let's try that. You want to delete? Yes. And now we're going to jump ahead. Okay. And if we go to the folder, let's make sure that everything works. Yep. Let's make sure hash. I think it was hash. Yeah, okay. So we go back, clear the screen. Okay. So that works. What else can we do here? We're going to add some more information here. So this guy, for every program, as you can see, it gets printed into the file full, but it doesn't get printed. Oh, our hash. Oh, I'm missing that. Oh, how didn't? Okay, let's go ahead and fix this. Just notice this is printing to the file, the full one, the full report. This is doing the process, but there's nothing saying please enter whatever you did find into the full report. I don't know how we missed that, but let's go ahead and fix that real quick. File, what is it? File hash into our report. File full report. Okay, now that's fixed. I didn't notice that before. Oh, we fixed it. Good. So as I was saying, this guy gets printed to the full report. This happens. This is the process, the program doing the scan. This goes into whatever the program found, goes directly into the full one. But in the screen, you don't know what's happening. So let's go ahead and add the following to each one. Echo, and then we're just going to do another plus box. And we're just going to say for TRID, identifying the correct file format. We can just say it like that. And if you played Sims, when it's loading up, it has all this funny sayings. It's basically something, you know, just to entertain the user while it's happening in the background, because we don't want the user to think that our program crashed. So let's go ahead and do that again, our plus box. And this is floss. Floss is scanning for hashes. How about that? Let's try that. No, I'm sorry, for strings. Scanning for strings. Or how about this pulling strings? I'm sorry, I keep changing. Pulling strings. And here we can just say with our plus box. This is the hash. Scanning for hashes. Another thing that we can do, seeing that floss takes so long, we can move it to the last position. So let's Control S to save, Control X to say exit, and let's go back to Notepad QQ, and it's not red, so that means it's pulling the one that we just wrote, right? Let's make sure that's true. Identifying, pulling strings, hashes. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this here, highlight everything, Control X to cut. And let's just give it a space here and save it. And since we are here already, Control S to save, let's give it some more information, especially for floss, because it takes so long and the cursor stops blinking. So we want to make sure that the user doesn't panic. Let's go ahead and do some echo -E. And we're going to write here scanning file now. Please wait. And let's make it blink. And let's make it italic and bold using some hex code. 033 square bracket. And let's do 1 semicolon 3 semicolon 5M. So I think is bold, italic, blink. And then we got to terminate that this way. And then let's give it some visual representation. Like, you know, when you're loading a file, it gives you the equal signs in Linux and it tells you the number or percentage of the process. This one's not going to be that complicated. It's just going to be like a fake out type of visual, just to make sure that the user doesn't panic. There's these type of codes can get very complicated, so we're not going to do that here. You can go ahead and search for them and apply them to your own script. But then this is a little bit of a fake out. So we're just going to say visual progress, I guess. We can just have visual progress right there. Let's give it some space. And we're going to say while true. And by the way, you can say while true this way. But I like it true. Do echo. This is going to be one line here. And you can say a period, and then we're gonna break that there. Sleep 0.2 seconds, break that, and done. And the following below, it's gonna be trap, and I'll explain this soon. Kill, single quote, it could be double quote, single quote, the file position. And after that, capital sig term, and also sig kill. And then we have our commands, which is just going to give us some tab here, just to keep the flow of the code. And then we're going to say kill $. Actually, it's supposed to see. It's supposed to be a exclamation, not a 1. Terminates that, and then we can say echo -E. We can say dot. You can keep it the way, I guess. Scanning complete. And we can also give it some hex code. Same thing, 33 square bracket, and we can say, I guess the same thing, 1 semicolon 3 semicolon 5 with an M, and then terminate that with 033 square bracket 0M. Believe we have everything we need right now. Let's go ahead and save it. Let's go ahead and close here and go back to the terminal. Let's go ahead and test. First, we test with nothing. Okay, good. This is how you use it. Okay, my bad. Let me just go ahead and, oh, I hand jammed something by mistake. Oh, that's another file. Please enter a valid file name, or a valid file, I guess. And so we go, oh, whoops. Let's do the actual file. Do you want to delete? Okay, we got to fix that. The export that we did before. We're going to say yes. And it's going to go through scanning file, and it has the dots. And now I'm going to skip all this. All right, that is complete. Let's go ahead and go into the folders just to see that everything works fine. Let's go to flaws since it's the one that takes the longest. Everything's there. Let's go ahead and do the full just to make sure everything is in there. All right, that's separated. Oh, I gotta separate these guys, but everything's there. All right, that's good. Let's go 1 back, 2 back. Let's go back to our script. Let's find those areas that we need this separated. So how do we do that? I guess we can add well, this is the first one. So the second one will be here. And our third one will be here. Before I leave, I'm sorry. Before I run with the new changes, let me go ahead and this one here. I'm just gonna do this because the dots blink and I'm just being too anal about it. Okay, here we go. Let's run this. And remember, I'm gonna cut the process. So, oh, I forgot that. Let's go ahead and do that since we're here. Where is it? Do you want to delete the previous create export folder? Control L to clear it. And I'm gonna edit the process here. All right, that looks better now. I like the way it's handling everything. And let's go take a look at the folder. Let's do a cat full. Let's see what happened here. It's nice and clean and separated. Okay, that works fine. Let's go back 1, 2, Control L to clear. Let's do, what else can we do? Oh, we can call out on code, which is Visual Studio. Let's go ahead and go back into it. And at the very end, let's say final option. I don't know. You can call it whatever you want. Let's do another echo -e. And let's do some lines here. And this is going to go into the full report. I'm not counting them. Should be 20, but you get the idea. And it's going to go into the full one. And then we're going to, that goes into the report, but this part goes to the user. So we're just going to tell the user output files located in the, and then we tell it based on the variable, actually like this, main directory, which is of course where it is. And then what else we do? Target sub dir. I guess we can do that too. And then directory. Do we have a new line? No, we don't. Okay, new line. As I mentioned, this goes on the file, on the full report. This goes to the user. And then let's do another thing for the user. Let's do show results at the end. Okay, we can say another while true do, I can't type today. Read and print what's in here. Do you want to view the full report now? Yes or no. You know where this is heading. Gotta have that space there. Gotta put our valid answers case in that variable again, which only works in this portion. So we didn't declare it anywhere else, only in this while loop. And let's do the uppercase and lowercase. And then we can say code, which is visual code to call it up, and do file full, which is going to show the full report, and then continue. Whatever's next after that, and it'll be no. It'll be just go ahead and, you know, continue after that. ESAC, case backwards, done. And whatever after this is, it'll be echo, I guess, exiting now. new line, I guess, to separate it. And yeah, let's go ahead and run that and see if it works. Yes. And of course, we're going to edit this and jump ahead. And we have an error. All right, let's see what happened. Shift Alt 3, down, down. What happened? Where's the error? All right, I think this is the problem. I forgot to close this here. Inside the echo, it doesn't change colors, so I didn't notice it. But it was missing. So everything else, let me just add back. I thought it was, the problem was this, exiting now. Let's just do one new line and let's try it now. And we're going to skip ahead. All right, do I want to view it? Let's go ahead and say yes. Exiting now. And now we have the full report. Trid, p-hash, flaws, and end. So I guess we can just put a dash backslash n for a new line there. So everything works now. That was the error. Sorry. The error was that I didn't notice we were missing a curly bracket here. It's difficult to see since it doesn't change because it's inside of a text and it doesn't change. I wish they would change this. That way you can notice, because this is not text. This is directly variable. It's calling to a variable. So I don't know why it doesn't change color. Maybe is Linux, maybe is my color theme. I don't know, but it works now. All right, so we can go ahead and add, let's add one more thing. So we're going to add Yara since it comes with Remnux. Let's do run Yara index, and it goes through a whole bunch of searches for some APIs that they're usually used in malware. Then it gives us a report of which ones were found. So we're gonna go ahead and let me go ahead and look for my script here. We can do this in Notepad QQ, but we're already here. You can follow me in Notepad QQ if you want. Let's go ahead and say we need a new line, of course, to separate in our plus box, because that's what we're doing. Let's go ahead and say Yara index, new line. We have that there. And then it goes into our full report. Then we're gonna announce this to the user with our plus box. And now the command Yara-W for no errors -S. But it was 1 here. No, it was a P1. S is for strings. And let's do user. Maybe I should use that one. User local by bin. Nope, no, it's not in bin, it's in Yara. Yara rules directory indexed yar. And we are doing it against our target file. And we want those findings in its own file Yara, and we haven't declared this one yet, so we're gonna do that afterwards. We're gonna work backwards, and then we need some report with number lines, and it's gonna be file underscore Yara, which we haven't declared yet, and it's gonna go into our file full. Okay, now we have that there. We're gonna go to here. We're gonna have to oh yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter this order. Remember, we changed hash, we put it above that. You don't need to, but I'm just gonna do it just because it's OCD hash, and then we have flaws for the last position, and we put Yara under PE hash. So if it's there, and you don't need to do this, I think you can work without this. If it's there, it's gonna remove it. File. What are we gonna call it? Index? No, we said file Yara. It has to be that. And we're gonna go above that to our area of declare variables. Again, we moved this one above. So it's easier to do it in Notepad. So I'm just gonna Control S and Control X. Get out of there. Open this, and it's not red, so it's working from the one that we just saved. Where are my, there it is. So just because I'm being anal about it, here we go. And then we're gonna do the same with the Yara one. So that will be here. We're declaring it. That's the same, and then target file. Yeah, that's right. So file Yara, we just declare it, and it's gonna create Yara, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And here is gonna be Yara index. Okay, so we have that there. Okay, let's go ahead and save it and exit here, and let's run it. Yes, and we are going to skip forward. Okay, view the full report now. Let's go ahead and do that. And Yara rule is up here. Yara index. So, that's not good. Need to find out what happened here. All right, so I found the issue here. I forgot to change this to Yara. So now it's gonna separate, because it was entering hash into my Yara section. Also, I changed the following. I put -s. Before it was -p1. Let's just leave it like that, the way it was. And I commented out my flaws, which seems to have screwed it up a little bit. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Interesting. All right, maybe it's Notepad QQ. Let's go into the terminal. Make sure that it's not being funky. No, it's not. So it was Notepad QQ. Oh, this is what's making it funky, probably. All right, boom, boom, boom. Okay, and let's do it again. And as of course, you know, I'm going to skip ahead. Let's go ahead and take a look. See how everything is looking here. Still need a space here. Got our floss of our Yara. These are the APIs that hit. Hash and TRID. Everything looking good. All right, I'm gonna leave the video here. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next video.